Alright, so for this lesson, we are reviewing order of operations. Remember, order of operations, we're using PEMDAS, and a lot of you remember that, I'm pretty sure. And so this is the order that we solve problems. The P stands for parentheses. The E stands for exponent. The M for multiplication. And it's multiplication and division, whichever comes first. Addition and subtraction, whichever comes first. Subtraction. Okay, so here's an example of an order of operations, and Khan's Academy starts you off with that. So in this case, we will solve whatever's in the parentheses first. So 5 times 3, and even within the parentheses, you will apply the order of operations. So this is not a good example for that, but in this case, we're doing parentheses first. So 5 times 3 equals 15, plus, and then solve parentheses, so 4 plus 9 equals 13. So the answer would be 15 plus 13 is 28. Another example, let's try 5 times 4 plus 6 minus 3 plus 4. Okay, let's see how that works. Now, I'm going to do parentheses first. And here in my parentheses, I'm going to do addition, multiplication, division before I do addition or subtraction. So I have multiplication here, that means I'm going to do that first. So 5 times 4 equals 20 plus 6 minus 3 plus 4 equals 12. So I'm going to go ahead and solve it. And then solve parentheses again, 26 minus 12. So that would be equal to 14. Now let me just point out that how you put your parentheses makes a huge difference. What would happen if instead I put parentheses here? Would it make a difference? It would. Let me solve it over here with the parentheses on a different place. What if it was 5 times 4 plus, and then what if I had instead the parentheses here? So it would be 6 minus 3 plus 4. See, my digits are all the same. 5 times 4 plus 6 minus 3 plus 4. I'm just putting the parentheses in different places. So if I solve parentheses first, I would do 5 times 4, which is 20, plus what's 6 minus 3? 3. And then plus 4. So 20 plus 3 is 23, plus 4 equals 27. See how I got different answers? So where I put my parentheses is very important, and that's something that Khan's Academy does. It wants you to try where would you put parentheses to get a particular answer. So just remember your rule. Parentheses goes first, exponent next, multiplication, division, and addition, whichever comes first, from left to right. Addition and subtraction. Okay, so that's just a quick review. Remember, Khan also has more videos if you're still having trouble. There's another part in this section with algebraic thinking that is in Khan's Academy that we did cover in class. We actually covered it the last week we were together, and that's input and output and graphing those inputs and outputs. And if you recall, my input is my x-axis and my output is my y-axis. So basically, we have a table. So when we have 2, our output, when our input is 2, our output is 11. And in this particular case, we're trying to find the patterns, the rules of how we get to the output. So for that, you do have to, do some thinking. And in this case, I need to try to figure out the pattern. So what I can do is go, okay, well, 2 to 11, I can think of adding 9. And then you would have to try the rule. Will I add 9 to x or to the input every time to get the output. So let's try it. 2 plus 9 equals 11. Now let's see if it works with the 3. 3 plus 9 equals 12. Oh, it did. So it needs to work with the last one. 4 plus 9 equals 13. That's correct. So that means that my rule, and see here I need to write the rule, is to add 9 to the input to get 1. So that's the rule. Add 9 to the input to get 1. Let's see. There's other examples in cons where now you're graphing it. So here is another example. I have my X, which is my input, and I have digits and then my Y, and they give you, in this case, they give you the rule. And the rule is to subtract 2 from X to get Y. So my rule is that I'm going to subtract 2 from X to get Y. So what do? Well, subtract 2. So 8 minus 2. So it's 8 minus 2. So my Y would be 6. Now I do the same. Subtract 2 from my from X. So 6 minus 2. That would equal 4. Then 4 minus 2. That would be equal 2. So now in Cons Academy, when you have this problem, it will have a graph coordinate plane, and you would have to graph it. So if you remember, this is our Y and this is our X. These are positive numbers and these are positive numbers. So this will be my order pair. 8 and 6 will be my first order pair. So I would find the 8 on the X. Okay, and they have the dots, and you would just drag it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this case, X is 8, right? Well, I'm not gonna put it there, sorry. And then Y is 6. So I will go 8 and 6. So that's my first one. And then we have my next order pair will be X6 and Y4. So I go to 6 and then up to 4. And that's my next one. Then 4 and 2. So 4 and then 2. Okay. And that's my graph. Okay. So that's just a quick review. I know that I might be going a little quick. The reason why is because this is review. I've already thought this before, and if I was to go really slow on all of these concepts, it would just take me a lot of hours to explain every little single thing. Remember, these lessons are meant to just refresh your mind, but if there is something that you're still really stuck, and after watching videos on cons you still don't get it, let me know. I will try to break it down a little bit more. Okay, so that's the practice for algebraic thinking, which covers order of operations, input outputs, and graphing those inputs and outputs, finding the rule. Okay, thank you.